This month is, what is the theme? I just totally forgot the theme. It's Better Living Now. That's it. Better Living Now. Wow, it just went right out of my head. Now. And so today's talk is just do it. Now, just do it. Better lock the doors, because this is spiritual boot camp coming at you now, okay? Like, drop and give me 20, okay? Affirmations. I am, one with God. God is all there is. Come on. This is the way we have to do things. This is spiritual boot camp, people. Let's go. Okay, you ready? Meditation is for me.
Meditation is for me.
Visioning all I can be.
Visioning all I can be.
Affirmations get me there.
Affirmations get me there.
Manifesting all I dare.
Manifesting all I dare.
Sound off.
Sound off.
What? You guys know how to do this. I love it. Okay, this is what we are here to do. We're here to transform our lives. This is spiritual boot camp. And don't you want to be living large right now? Yeah. Right now. This is what we want to do. I am here to pump you up, okay? This is what we're doing today. Oh my gosh, it's like all of those motivational talks you go to and all of those rah-rah, positive thought webinars that you attend in your pajamas while you're drinking your coffee, right? We get all excited and we get all pumped up and we're going to start living right here, right now, right? Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Yeah. If it's to be, it's up to me, right? Yeah. Wow, all those really great high energy stuff. And then what happens is we sit for a moment and it passes. It just passes, right? We return to that little humdrum tone of our lives. Things settle back down again. That sweet sound of monotony. It is said that is the routine that kills us off. It's the routine that burns us out. It's not the job that we're doing. It is the routine. Ernest Holmes, in The Anatomy of Healing Prayer, he said this: since we are mostly hypnotized from cradle to grave, our lives largely unconscious, monotonous repetition of the thoughts of the ages. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? So we need a wake-up call, right? I mean, we need that every now and then. We do need spiritual boot camp to just, we need a swift kick in the affirmations every once in a while. Just to propel us back into play, just to awaken us from that hypnotic state of monotonous repetition of the beliefs of the ages. We need to just do it. I love that. We need to just do it. The question is, do what? Just do what? See? I've got stand-up people here to help me with this. Anybody watch the show, the summer show, American Ninja Warrior? Does anybody watch it? Okay. No, nobody's got their hand up but me. What is it Jacob Glass used to say? I watch TV so you don't have to, Okay. It's a summer show. It's an endurance contest. It's about strength and it's about endurance. And I was watching it the other day. There was a 25-year-old contestant on. His name was Stephen France. He was training. In 2006, he was training for the Olympics in karate. And at work one day, a 2-ton press slipped and crushed his leg. And he wound up having that leg amputated. And here it is, 2014, he went on to be a contestant on that show, American Ninja Warrior. And he made it through several levels with his prosthetic leg. And ultimately, he lost in one of the levels of the challenges. But what was fascinating is he was interviewed afterward. And he talked about his relentless drive, to succeed and to win in spite of the missing leg. And he said he can do anything a complete body can do. And I love that. And he said this. He said, anyone can accomplish anything. You just have to put your mind to it, make your heart believe it, and let your body do it. Isn't that wonderful? What great advice that is. I love it. You have to put your mind to it, make your heart believe it, and let your body do it. Guys, new thought. I mean, really, honestly, that's about as new thought as it gets. Maybe he practices what we practice. I don't know. Maybe he knows, like we do, and like Ernest Holmes knew truth when he heard it. Maybe he just knew it intuitively. Maybe he just knew intuitively what truth was because he described what we do. In one perfect little sentence, he described what we practice. You have to put your mind to it. Means you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. You have to set an intention. You have to set a positive intention. You have to have a reason to go to affirmative prayer. You have to make your heart believe it, he said. Ernest Holmes said that the affirmative prayer consists of two things, right? The technique and the fire. The technique is the 5-step affirmative prayer. That's what we teach here. The method with the words, the intellect. But he said you have to bring the fire to it. That was the second part, technique and the fire. And the fire is the heart. It is the emotional component. We smell it. We feel it. It has to have substance. It has to have juice. We have to really live it. We have to know it's already done. We have to feel it. That's the heart. That is the heart. And then he said we have to let our body do it. It's the move your feet part. We all know that part. Treat and move your feet, right? That's what we say. So you have to let your body do it. We put our mind to it, we make our heart believe it, and we let our body do it. One sentence. What a great definition of what we do in one sentence. Now, Ernest Holmes said it like this. He took like 2 paragraphs. But, he was a minister, so we can't say anything in one sentence. He said this: when you say to yourself, something within me knows what to do and impels me to do it, you can turn to any thought that denies this and say, now you get out of here. You don't belong here. Just run away and mind your own business. I will have nothing to do with you. If you do this, you will soon discover your affirmative thoughts can rub out or erase any negative ones, and they just won't be there anymore. He goes on to say this: just do it. I love it. This was 1959, right? I wish he had copyrighted that. Nike be paying us right now. Ernest Holmes went on to say, just do it, and gradually a certain sense of assurance will come to you, a complete assurance, and with it you will see signs following your belief, and they will be definite, and they will be positive. You will see emotions change, conditions change with the change of your thought. And the time will come when you no longer flounder around in doubt or despair. You have learned the great secret of the ages, the secret of life itself, that you are one with God right now. Oh my God. You are one. Isn't that great news? I mean, you are one with God right now. Right now. This is fabulous news. I am one with Spirit. I am one as Spirit right now. I speak with the power of Spirit. I speak with the divine authority. My word has power. I represent the divine in form. And so do you. 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 And so does everybody. So does everybody. And if we can finally believe that, if we can fully believe that, if we can remember that, in every situation, under any circumstance, think of what we can manifest. Think of the changes that we can make. Ernest Holmes said in Creative Mind, a good practice is to sit and realize we are a center of divine attraction. All things come to us. That power within is going out and drawing back all you will ever need. Don't argue about it. Just do it. Again, he said just do it. And when you have finished, leave it to the law, knowing it will be done. Declare that all life, all love, all power are now your life. Declare that you are now in the midst of plenty. Stick to it even though you may not see it. It works. And those who believe it most always get the most manifestation. Think of the law as your friend, always looking out for your interest. Trust it completely, and it will bring good to you. We are that now. We are that now. Not after the next seminar, not after the next self-help book, not after the next motivational speaker, not after the next webinar in your PJs. We are that now. We didn't earn it. We didn't have to work for it. We may or may not deserve it. Who knows? We already are it. We are it. It is simply who and what we are. We are spirit, wrapped up in a body for a limited time only, We are here by divine appointment. So make the best of it. You know, this is just a temporary stop. So make the best of it. We have been invited into form by a creator who only loves. That's it. We've been invited into form by a creator who only loves. This creator loved us into being. Each one of us here for a different reason and a different purpose. Each one of us being that unique, individualized expression of spirit itself. And we are needed to do the things that only we can do, that others cannot do the way we can do them. So it is up to us to live that full and whole and complete life of spirit as us, as uniquely us. It is up to us to be that authentic expression of spirit as spirit would have us be, as only we can. And it is up to us to tell our truth, to stand in our truth as only we can, because someone else's idea of truth will be slightly different, won't it? Everyone comes from their own context. And you know, sometimes I think we don't do that. Maybe we don't stand in our truth and say it out loud because we're afraid of being foolish or looking foolish. Honey, that ship has sailed years ago. Don't worry about that one. You know, sometimes we may not speak our truth out loud because we're afraid of maybe being contradicted or maybe coming out on the wrong side of an issue. God forbid, right? Speak it anyway. Speak it anyway. Speak the truth as we understand it in this moment, because you know what? It will evolve as we evolve. Don't worry about it. You stand in the truth right now as we understand the truth to be right now. And if at some later date in your spiritual evolution you understand truth in a greater way or a deeper way, which maybe contradicts what you said today, so what? So what? We give each other permission to evolve. Can you feel that? Can you believe that? Can you say that? We give each other permission to evolve. God, I used to think things at 20, and I used to stand in my truth at 20 that I don't believe it to be truth anymore, or at least a greater experience of truth now. I've spiritually evolved. We give people permission to do that. Emerson said this. He said, "A great soul has no attachment to consistency." I love it. You may as well worry about your shadow on the wall. Speak your mind now in no uncertain terms. And tomorrow, speak tomorrow's thoughts just as forcefully, even if it contradicts everything you say today. Oh my God, what freedom that is. What freedom. He went on to say this, but won't you be sure to be misunderstood? Is it such a big deal to be misunderstood? Pythagoras was misunderstood. So was Socrates, Jesus, Luther, Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, and every authentic and wise spirit that ever took flesh. So if we're misunderstood, we're in good company. Speak the truth as we know it. And it is important to our souls to be authentic, more than perfect. More than never, ever, ever contradicting yourself. Oh my God, are we really afraid of being spiritual flip-floppers? You know, the truth as we understand it will change as we grow and change. And when we find something that stirs our passion and lights us up, do it. Think about it, pray on it, and if it's yours to do something about it. Like Stephen Franz said, you just have to put your mind to it, make your heart believe it, and let your body do it. Let your body do it. You know, it's funny, I am on Facebook a lot because social media. Vision is on Facebook a lot. And you know, there's a lot of people on Facebook complaining about a lot of things. People are really, really passionate on Facebook about politics, about social issues, about human rights issues. I mean, all kinds of things. And I think it's wonderful. And it's a great medium to get the word out. And there's a lot of complaining. And it's frustrating. And, you know, when I read about very little action taking place as a result of it. You know, I was reading a thread the other day, and someone was really, really complaining about Jane Fonda, of all things, because they were having a tribute to her. And people just, oh, my God, the thread was awful. Oh, my God, she involved North Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. You know, she's a traitor, she's this, she's that. And I thought, oh my God, if my friends held me to my behavior of 40 years ago, I would not be here today. Oh my God, I just thought, people move on. The thing was, nobody was really complaining about a 70-something-year-old lady and what she did 40 years ago. What they were really complaining about was the treatment of veterans today, right now. That's really what the energy was about. So I invited them to occupy the stand down we're doing, July 18th, right? San Diego is doing a stand down in Balboa Park where we can actually do stuff. Help homeless vets and provide food and shelter and update resumes and give clothes and really do some magnificent work in the field. And when I added that to the thread, you could hear crickets. Crickets, okay? Not another thing was said. So honestly, honest to God, I get it. Sometimes we just want to bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes we just want to complain about things. Sometimes we just want to let off a little steam, like a pressure cooker. And I get that. But if there's something under that for you, if there's something in addition to just wanting to get it off your chest, think about it, pray on it, and then do something about it. If it's something that stirs your soul, you can do something about it, even if it's a little thing. Sometimes we're looking at big, huge issues, and maybe we can't solve all of them, but we can do a little part of it. We can just do a little thing. And if that little thing feeds our soul, and it helps, that may be all we needed to do in that particular condition to effect profound change. And Ernest Holmes said, there's nothing to concentrate on. The very act of trying to concentrate can destroy the possibility of demonstrating. We're not here to hold things, to effort them. He goes on to say, but calmly and persistently, even though mechanically, speak your word. And there's a certain amount of power in that, and gradually you begin to feel it. You begin to feel that. And if at first you can't do it any other way, he said, do it mechanically. Say it over and over and over and over again as much as you can, and speak your word into the law as much as you can, and convince yourself over and over and over again. And suppose you want some opportunity, something, some definite thing. You do that. You put it into the law. You say it over and over again. And within yourself, you provide that expression that you want. You become that thing. You become that thing. And you feel yourself be that thing. You feel yourself surrounded by the conditions and the environment and the bodies, and then we'll speak right forth, knowing the word is law, and knowing that is the way it is, and knowing that is what outpictures. So even if we're saying it by memory, even if we're saying it mechanically, like he said, even if we're just starting, we speak our word, even if you kind of have reservations about, oh, really? Oh my gosh, am I speaking the word of God? Yes, we are. But even if you have doubt, speak it anyway. Even if you tremble, speak it anyway. Speak your word with power and authority, because that is who you are. That is who we are. That is who all of us are. And live your passion, and live from your authenticity, and speak your word, and move your feet. Put your mind to it. Let your heart believe it, and then let your body do it. Do it. Just do it. Do it now. Thank you so much.